This week on Blood Brothers TV.
I think my drive, for hunting, especially duck hunting and turkey hunting, comes from, maybe not necessarily the success every time when I'm in the field, as much as it is, you get to see stuff that not everybody gets to see.
I spend a lot of time passing all of this along to my children and grandchildren. They're all hunters and fishermen, and they look forward to it just like I do. As long as we continue to do that, then there's always going to be room for us to be able to get out here and hunt and fish, and it's just something that we have to pass along.
I'm always outside doing something. Turkey hunting is cool because turkey walks in on a foggy morning and you hear him gobble. It's just kind of mystical.
I am Nathan Fulcher, and I am a blood brother.
Cherokee Sports presents Blood Brothers, an ancestral bond between like-minded individuals that share one passion. A new breed of TV, brought to you by Cherokee Sports. Blood Brothers TV, share your passion.
A blood brother to me is guys that not only share the passion of hunting, but we're a community of guys. And it's not always about, going out and killing something. Sometimes it can be, it can be the guy that's just shooting photography, whether he's just at his local state park. If he enjoys it that much to be out there doing it, he's just like one of us. It's a community, that's a tight community with open doors. And there's so much opportunity out here for everybody to come outside and do these things and be a part of Blood Brothers. And to me, that's what makes this passion, this hunting, it's a brotherhood, just like Blood Brothers. I was born in Oklahoma. I moved back to Kansas City not too long after I was born, which is where my family is originally from. Hunted and fished, played baseball all the way through high school. Graduated from Blue Springs, which is a high school there in town. Then went to college after that. Didn't make it to class every morning, but seemed to hunt and fish a lot, so I hunted my way through college a little bit. Ultimately, at the end of that, went and worked for my dad at one of our car dealerships. Growing up, probably what got me hooked the most was always having, bird dogs at the house, pointers and setters, and being around the whole deal. And my dad would come home with birds, and I'd want him to tell me the story about where he's been, what he's been doing, what it looked like, and how was my dog. I always had a dog that he told me was mine. And, then I asked if I could clean birds with him, help him clean birds. So at 5, 6 years old, I was popping quail breasts, and I think he liked that as much as anybody, because he didn't have to clean the birds when he got home. That's always the pain. But that's probably what got me hooked, just being around it. Just always having, it was just always in my life. Freddie joined me on a turkey hunt last year, and he was here for about 3 days, and it took us all 3 days to get these birds just where we want them. We had birds in front of us one morning we couldn't quite get to commit or come in. Finally had one, couldn't get the shot just right, never presented itself. Finally, the last morning, we thought we had this bird all but taped to the tree. And here he comes, flies out of the roost. 2 gobblers step out of the woods. They start running for us. Here comes the dominant gobbler coming down the fence row. He makes the other 2 birds back off, and here he comes running. And he was gunning for Billy Bad Act.
all the way to Billy.
Blood Brothers TV will be right back.
Get yours today at Cabela's and participating supercenters or your local sporting goods retailer.
The most mobile and realistic decoys from Cherokee Sports, Fusion Decoys. Another solution from Cherokee Sports. Welcome back to Blood Brothers TV.
Some of my first memories of hunting are probably with my dad and grandpa. We'd go to Montrose, and the big deal for me was getting coffee and Snickers. My grandpa would be out there, you know, and he wasn't much into hunting, and my dad was more serious about it than any of us two. And you know, as long as we kept the Snickers and the hot chocolate flowing, I was happy to be there and just fell in love with it. You know, we went to some local conservation areas, you know, like Montrose, and just a big old lake. And, you know, it was just a good time, and that's what got me hooked. You know, growing up hunting and fishing with my dad and grandpa, probably, you know, some of the fondest memories I've got, and probably brought, you know, that part of my family close together, and I always remember that kind of stuff. And probably took my dad from being a dad to more of a friend or a buddy, you know. I mean, travel together, and now I do duck calling contests, and that, you know, just going all around the country and travel partners. So it's turned into something way more than just a father-son. It's buddies with a strong connection, you know, friends. You know, after yesterday morning's hunt, Freddie and Mark went out and did a little bit of scouting, trying to put some birds to roost. They did a heck of a job at it. They found a field with about 20 birds using it, you know, hens, jakes, and toms. They weren't sure exactly which route they were going to take. They knew where they were at, but, you know, they didn't know what corner they were going to go to, and seeing as our last day, we needed to make the most out of it. So what they did is they put us on the top of the hill, and they put themselves kind of down to the bottom where they were roosted, knowing those birds were going to go one of two directions. They got a lot of hens out there with them. I don't see them leaving them anytime soon. They're starting to work their way back to the woods.
Oh, that gobble was straight out in front, wasn't it?
What are those down by them? Jakes? So we were about 400 yards apart. The birds actually flew down just about into their decoys, but backed off and kind of started working their way up the middle of the field. You know, normally in Missouri, this time of year, our birds are so separated. You usually have one tom and one hen, or 2 hens and a tom. Rarely do you still see these birds as grouped up as they were this morning. And in rare Missouri fashion, 3 gobblers came and right into the decoys. And that's something, and I've turkey hunted a long time in Missouri, I've never gotten the privilege to see. Never 3 at once. So that was pretty unique for me this morning.
Oh, oh yeah, dude. They're so dead. Oh, you made a great choice this morning, buddy. You did good. Look at them. They're starting to run up there. Yeah. I'm glad too, because Dusty seemed like he was kind of bumming this morning, man. Look at that there. They're fixing to run into a face full of 6s.
You know, growing up hunting and fishing, you know, it teaches you things that are important in life that you can't get in a classroom. I mean, patience being number one. I mean, things don't just come when you want them to. You got to wait, sometimes all day, sometimes just 15 minutes. You know, whether it's that or even something as simple as just handling a gun. Most people don't get those life lessons in a classroom or ever. And, you know, those people later on in life maybe do and they have accidents. And, you know, and an ethical person overall. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility to being in the woods as far as what you take away from it and your limitations, and you know, it teaches you things that you just don't get everywhere else.
What? The left one that just strutted. Tell me when. Dude, they left their hens to come to the freaking... How long has that been doing?
A year. Dang near to the day.
Feels good. That's a little bit of payback from last year.
My name's Dusty Banner, and I'm a blood brother.
Blood Brothers TV will be right back. Look me in the eye and tell me looks aren't everything. Tell me you weren't fooled by my perfectly photo-printed body and molded head with my fine, realistic hair. I'm as real as it gets, baby. Tell me I didn't slip in on you and set you up completely undetectable because of my extremely mobile abilities and quick setup. Tell me I wasn't irresistible the moment you saw me. Tell me how unfair it is for me to hold your attention so well that you didn't notice that one important thing in your surroundings. Tell me I'm the only one that's on your mind. There's never been another like me. Nope. You ain't gotta say anything at all, 'cause you're close enough I can smell it on your breath. Boom.
The new age of turkey decoy realism is here. The new Cherokee Sports Hairy Heads. Available at Walmart.
Fusion game calls from Cherokee Sports. 2 calls fused together. Only 1 call to carry. One call changes it all. Welcome back to Blood Brothers TV.
I think a blood brother would be 2 people who have spent time together in the field, gotten up early, spent a lot of hours setting up, a lot of hours calling, listening for the birds, and I think it forms a bond that will never be broken. It's two people who have experienced something that millions of other people have not, and I do feel sorry for them. We're hustling around there trying to set up the gear. Freddie's out there blowing up decoys. We got the two hen decoys out, Sally, and then he got Billy set up.
There's two of them, or three.
And all this time, this one big old gobbler is just giving it a hard way to go. I mean, I don't know how many times he triple gobbled on us, and we knew he was gonna come, and then we could hear some hens back to our left. I started in the outdoors following my father bird hunting when I was about 6 or 7 years old. The bug has bitten me, and I've been hunting now for almost 70 years. My main thing for years was bird hunting, but the turkey hunting has gotten so good around here, and the deer hunting. The bird hunting has declined, so it didn't take me long to switch over. I love this turkey hunting. It's always a challenge. You know, you do a whole lot of hunting and a very little bit of shooting, but what little bit you do get to see just makes it all worthwhile. It's I get more of a kick out of seeing the birds come into the decoy. Shooting a bird is just kind of an anticlimax of the whole thing. It's the thrill of watching them come in, listening to them gobble, listening to the hens talk. I don't ever get enough of that. That was about as much fun as you can have with your clothes on. I feel sorry for somebody who doesn't experience the thrill of hunting and fishing. They have missed a whole lot of their lifetime by not doing that. The pride and ownership of guns and fishing tackle, I've always been real proud of what little collection I have, and what I've got I use. It's just been part of my life. And thankfully I've got children and grandchildren, and they all hunt and fish. And we had hardly gotten set up good, called a couple of times, and you looked up and there's 6 hens out there coming to the decoys. Well, we knew then we had a good shot of bringing that big old gobbler in. If we had not had that family of decoys out there, the hens wouldn't have come to them, nor would the gobbler have come in. He would have gotten with those hens and gone off in another direction. We never would have seen them. We'd have heard them, but we wouldn't have seen them. So the decoys brought everything right in there in front of us where we had a shot. Those hens were as close as 12, 15 steps away from us, but they got interested in the Cherokee Sports decoys, and that held their attention and held them in there long enough for that old gobbler to come to them. Mad. He was blown up like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. When he saw those hens over there close to old Billy, that made him mad. And he just cut a beeline right by the hens and went straight to Billy and decided he was going to whip him long, wide, and deep. And he did. I've been fortunate enough to have killed a few gobblers. And I'm a pretty fair shot. But this gobbler here has lived for me to hunt him another day. And I will hunt him another day. It ain't funny. Especially since it was right on my bicep.
He was all over Billy, wasn't he?
Man,
Is that not awesome? I'm telling you right now, if you don't use decoys to turkey hunt, something's wrong with you. Just for the pure fact. Well, I mean, just like this right here. We got 3 Cherokee Sports decoys. We got a strutter, a wobblehead, and a hen.
Mm-hmm.
All right? It brought those hens in, and they in turn brought that gobbler in. But what was so kick butt about it is you get to watch a whole different style and realm of turkey hunting. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it wasn't just about calling the bird in and there he is and boom, which you'd normally do. If you get to call them in, watch them interact with the decoy, something different, you know what I mean?
We could have been doing backflips up here and he wasn't going to pay any attention to us. He was after Billy.
Blood Brothers TV will be right back.
Those gobbler's going to be right there behind you on that ridge. You see what I'm talking about? Let's get everything set up right in here. Oh, about where they're feeding and putting that hay out for them cattle. Those turkeys will love that scratching all up in there. He's fixing to sound off here and he's sticking up there on that ridge, I'm telling you. Just right off that flat.
I like to deer hunt, I like to turkey hunt, duck hunt, dove hunt. I like to fish, and I like to go frog gigging. Well, the outdoors is just like pretty much my life. I'm always outside doing something, even if it's outside just walking around.
Boy, he's liking that, ain't he? Yeah. Getting on him with the Cherokee Sports Fusion dude turkey call, brother. I'm loving it. No sudden movements. You got this, brother.
I think the definition of blood brothers is when you see somebody in camouflage or see somebody with a sticker on their window or a camouflage truck or a hat that says something with camouflage on it. You know that person's a blood brother because you know that he hunts or he fishes and that you all have a common relationship between hunting and outdoors.
Nathan, I'm fixing to get real aggressive with him because I don't want him pitching down. I want him pitching on his hillside and coming up here for a beat. Okay? Oh, here he comes. Get down on your gun. Easy now. See him down there.
My name is Nathan Fulcher. I live in Spring Hill, Tennessee, and I go to Battleground Academy. I like to play football, baseball, and I like to shoot trap. I like doing that because, you know, just shooting shotguns and being with your buddies and just like duck hunting in the summer. My favorite kind of hunting would have to be either turkey, duck, or deer. But probably my favorite would have to be duck because you get to spend more time with your buddies, you get to tell jokes and all that stuff. I like calling it ducks. I think I'll never quit hunting because it just makes my day. When you go, if you've been having a hard day, you go outside and just scout or just go out and shoot your BB gun or something. It just kind of makes you happy. That was the quickest hunt I've ever had.
Blood Brothers TV rocks. If you'd like a chance of having your hunt filmed, just become a Cherokee Sports Blood Brother by going to www.bloodbrotherstv.com. A new breed of TV, brought to you by Cherokee Sports. You've been watching Blood Brothers TV.